Good morning. Happy Friday. Yes, I know I'm significantly later than normal, but that's because I slept in. I took a day off to have some time to work on my class and kind of not get up from my chair. I just needed a weekend of chill. So that's what I did. I took today off since Monday's a holiday here in Maine. So I have the next 4 days to just be. So, all right. I'm gonna jump in. April 16th, day 98. You guys, we're almost to 100. Yay! All right, David at the cave of Adullam. 1 Samuel 22, 1 through 2. So David left Gath and escaped to the cave of Adullam. Soon his brother and all of his other relatives joined him there. Then others began coming, men who were in trouble or in debt, or who were just discontented, until David was the captain of about 400 men. Psalm 57 for the choir director, a psalm of David regarding the time he fled from Saul and went into the cave, to be sung to the tune of Do Not Destroy. Have mercy on me, O God, have mercy. I look to you for protection. I will hide beneath the shadow of your wings until danger passes by. I cry out to God Most High, to God who will fulfill his purpose for me. He will send help from heaven to rescue me, disgrace those who hound me. My God will send forth his unfailing love and faithfulness. I am surrounded by fierce lions who greedily devour human prey, whose teeth pierce the spear and arrows, and whose tongues cut like swords. Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth. My enemies have set a trap for me. I am weary from distress. They have dug a deep pit in my path, but they themselves have fallen into it. My heart is confident in you, O God. My heart is confident. No wonder I can sing your praises. Wake up, my heart. Wake up, O lyre and harp. I will wake with the dawn. I will wake the dawn with my song. I will thank you, Lord, among all the people. I will sing your praises among the nations. For your unfailing love is as high as the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth. Psalm 142, a psalm of David regarding his experience in the cave, a prayer. I cry out to the Lord. I plead for the Lord's mercy. I pour out my complaints before him. I tell him all of my troubles. When I am overwhelmed, you alone know where I should turn. Wherever I go, my enemies have set traps for me. I look for someone to come and help me, but no one gives me a passing thought. No one will help me. No one cares a bit what happens to me. Then I pray to you, O Lord. I say, you are my place of refuge. You are all I really want in life. Hear my cry, for I am very low. Rescue me from my persecutors, for they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison so I can thank you. The godly will crowd around me, for you are good to me. Did I just turn too many pages? No, I didn't. Warriors join David. 1 Chronicles 12, 8 through 18. Some brave, experienced warriors from the tribe of Gad also defected to David while he was at the stronghold in the wilderness. They were expert with both shield and spear, as fierce as lions and as swift as deer on the mountains. Ezer was their leader, Obadiah was the second, Eliab was the third, Mishmannah was the fourth, Jeremiah was the fifth, Attai was the sixth, Eliel was the seventh, Johanan was the eighth, Elzabad was the ninth, Jeremiah was the 10th, Macbanai was the 11th. These warriors from Gad were army commanders. The weakest among them could take on 100 regular troops, and the strongest could take on 1,000. These were the men who crossed the Jordan River during its seasonal flooding at the beginning of the year and drove out all the people living in the lowlands on both the east and west banks. Others from Benjamin and Judah came to David at the stronghold. David went out to meet them and said, if you have come in peace to help me, we are friends. But if you have come to betray me to my enemies when I am innocent, then may the God of your ancestors see it and punish you. Then the Spirit came upon Amasi, the leader of the 30, and he said, we are yours, David. We are on your side, son of Jesse. Peace and prosperity be with you, and success to all who help you, for your God is the one who helps you. So David let them join him, and he made them officers over his troops. David protects his parents, 1 Samuel 22, 3-4. Later, David went to Mizpah in Moab, where he asked the king, "Please allow my mother and father to live here with you until I know what God is going to do to me." So David's parents stayed in Moab with the king during the entire time David was living in his stronghold. David returns to Judah, 1 Samuel 22, 5-10. One day the prophet of Gad told David, "Leave the stronghold and return to the land of Judah." So David went to the forest of Hereth. The news of his arrival in Judah soon reached Saul. At that time the king was sitting beneath the tamarisk tree on the hill at Gibeah, holding his spear and surrounded by his officers. "Listen here, you men of Benjamin," Saul shouted to his officers when he heard the news. "Has that son of Jesse promised every one of you fields and vineyards? Has he promised to make you all generals and captains in his army? Is that why you have conspired against me? For not one of you had told me when my son made a solemn pact with the son of Jesse. You're not even sorry for me. Think of it, my own son encouraging him to kill me, as he is trying to do this very day." Then Doeg the Edomite, was standing there with Saul's men, spoke up. "When I was at Nob," he said, "I saw the son of Jesse talking to the priest, Ahimelech, son of Ahitub. Ahimelech consulted the Lord for him. Then he gave him food and the sword of Goliath, the Philistine." The slaughter of the priests, 1 Samuel 22, 11-22. 1 Samuel 22, 11-23. King Saul immediately sent for Ahimelech and all of his family who served as priests at Nob. When they arrived, Saul shouted at him, "Listen to me, you son of Ahitub." "What is it, my king?" Ahimelech asked. "Why have you and the son of Jesse conspired against me?" Saul demanded. "Why did you give him food and a sword? Why have you consulted God for him? Why have you encouraged him to kill me, as he is trying to do this very day?" "But sir," Ahimelech replied, "is any among all of your servants as faithful as David, your son-in-law? Why, he is the captain of your bodyguard and a highly honored member of your household. This was certainly not the first time I had consulted God for him. May the king not accuse me and my family in this matter, for I knew nothing at all of any plot against you." "You will surely die, Ahimelech, along with your entire family," the king shouted, and he ordered the bodyguards, "Kill these priests of the Lord, for they are allies and conspirators with David. They knew he was running away from me, but they didn't tell me." But Saul's men refused to kill the Lord's priests. Then the king said to Doeg, "You do it." So Doeg the Edomite turned on them and killed them that day, 85 priests in all, still wearing their priestly garments. Then he went to Nob, the town of the priests, and killed the priests' families, men, women, children, and babies, and all the cattle and donkeys, sheep, and goats. Only Abiathar, one of the sons of Ahimelech, escaped and fled to David. When he told David that Saul had killed the priests of the Lord, David exclaimed, "I knew it. When I saw Doeg the Edomite there that day, I knew he was sure to tell Saul. Now I have caused the death of all of your family, of all of your father's family. Stay here with me, and don't be afraid. I will protect you with my own life, for the same person wants to kill us both." Psalm 52, for the choir director, a psalm of David regarding the time Doeg the Edomite said to Saul, "David has gone to see Ahimelech." "Why do you boast about your crimes, great warrior? Don't you realize God's justice continues forever? All day long you plot destruction. Your tongue cuts like a sharp razor. You're an expert at telling lies. You love evil more than good, and your lies more than truth. You love to destroy others with your words. You liar, but God will strike you down once and for all. He will pull you from your home and uproot you from the land of the living. The righteous will see it and be amazed. They will laugh and say, 'Look what happens to mighty warriors who do not trust in God.' They trust their wealth instead and grow more and more bold in their wickedness. But I am like an olive tree, thriving in the house of God. I will always trust in God's unfailing love. I will praise you forever, O God, for what you have done. I will trust in your good name in the presence of your faithful people." David protects the town of Keilah. 1 Samuel 23, 1-12. One day news came to David that the Philistines were at Keilah, stealing grain from the threshing floor. David asked the Lord, "Should I go and attack them?" "Yes, go and save Keilah," the Lord told him. But David's men said, "We're afraid even here in Judah. We certainly don't want to go to Keilah to fight the whole Philistine army." So David asked the Lord again, And again the Lord replied, "Go down to Keilah, for I will help you conquer the Philistines." So David and his men went to Keilah. They slaughtered the Philistines and took all of their livestock and rescued the people at Keilah. Now when Abiathar the son of Ahimelech fled to David at Keilah, he brought the ephod with him. Saul soon learned that David was at Keilah. "Good," he exclaimed, "we've got him now. God has handed him over to me, for he has trapped himself in a walled town." So Saul mobilized his entire army to march to Keilah and besiege David and his men. But David learned of Saul's plan and told Abiathar the priest to bring the ephod and asked the Lord what he should do. Then David prayed, "O Lord, God of Israel, I have heard that Saul is planning to come and destroy Keilah because I am here. Will the leaders of Keilah betray me to him? And will Saul actually come as I have heard? O Lord, O God of Israel, please tell me." And the Lord said, "He will come." Again, David asked, "Will the leaders of Keilah betray me and my men to Saul?" And the Lord replied, "Yes, they will betray you." All right. Christy, you can eat breakfast while I walk. Then later while I cook breakfast, you can walk. All right, you guys, that's it. Short one today, 11 minutes. Whew. Aren't they, Kay? They are. They really are. I love the stories of David. He's a great encourager. All right, you guys. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to cook my breakfast. I'm going to have an omelet this morning because that's what I'm feeling like. And I got leftover stuff that I think will make good filling. So I'm going to go up, make a quick omelet, and then I'm going to find my recliner. I'm going to sit my butt in it, and I'm going to stay there. At least for like an hour. All right, you guys, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning for more chronological Bible reading. All right, guys, bye.